Hola, muy buenas a todos, gente, espero que estén bien. Vamos a comenzar hoy con Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, que básicamente es el último Metal Gear que ha salido, pero es el primer Metal Gear de forma cronológica. O sea, la historia de Metal Gear en sí comienza en este Metal Gear. Mi idea con este Metal Gear básicamente es jugarme todos los Metal Gear de forma cronológica. Empezamos con este, que sería en el año 64, y a partir de aquí jugaré a todos, incluso en los de la MSX. Hay uno que se jugaba en móvil, el de la PSP. Si es necesario lo emularé y lo traeré al canal para ver la historia de forma cronológica entera. Yo lo jugué en su momento, de hecho este lo llegué a jugar, que era el Metal Gear 3. Este es el remake del Metal Gear 3 de PlayStation 2, que era un juegazo, pero claro, yo en su momento ni me enteré bien de la historia porque lo jugaba con amigos o lo que sea. Nunca me enteré bien de la historia y por eso me lo quiero pasar de forma cronológica, jugando todo lo que sea canon, ¿vale? Da igual la plataforma que sea o lo que sea, me lo voy a traer al canal y lo voy a jugar. Para quien no sepa nada de esta saga, básicamente somos unos espías en el bando de Estados Unidos, ya que, por ejemplo, que en el año 64 estamos en plena Guerra Fría contra el bloque comunista, o sea, la URSS, que son los rusos, frente al bando occidental, que sería el de Estados Unidos, que serían los capitalistas. Nosotros estamos en el bando de Estados Unidos y básicamente es un juego de espionaje que su mayor rasgo es hacer espionaje contra el enemigo o contra enemigos, que ya se irá viendo que hay como subbandos y cosas, una historia bastante compleja, para evitar ataques nucleares y demás. De hecho, el nombre mismo Metal Gear es de unos robots que empiezan a desarrollar en la Guerra Fría, que son capaces de lanzar cabezas pequeñas nucleares. Así que tendremos que hacer sabotajes, tendremos que hacer distintas cosas para evitar un conflicto nuclear, ¿vale? A grandes rasgos eso es Metal Gear, ¿vale? Como de espionaje y demás, y te digo, es un juegazo, para mí de las mejores sagas que han existido de videojuegos. Bueno, ya lo van a ver, ¿sabes? Esto es como ver casi una puta película, es una locura de juego. Y para los que ya jugaron en la Play 1 y demás, vamos a hacer un Snake, pero no el Snake, por ejemplo, del Metal Gear 1 de PlayStation 1. No vamos a hacer ese Snake, vamos a hacer otro que se llama Naked Snake, que básicamente es el antecesor de Snake, ya que el Snake de Play 1 es un clon de este Snake. Este Snake es como un espía mercenario, algo así, por así decirlo, ¿vale? Que se convirtió en una leyenda. De hecho, acaba recibiendo el título de Big Boss, como el puto amo, por así decirlo. Y nada, vamos a empezar por la historia de este Snake, que te digo, es como la historia donde se forjó la leyenda de Big Boss, ¿vale? Vamos ahí empezando. Vale, Snake contra simios. ¿Qué coño es esta puta mierda? Esto es el Ape Escape. Yo me acuerdo de este juego de Play 1, pero esto qué coño es. Bueno, normalmente Kojima suele meter es como una historia, o sea, los Metal Gear es como historia seria, pero al mismo tiempo tiene como un humor, tiene sus cositas, ¿vale? Es una puta locura, tío. Me encanta Kojima, tío. El puto amo, tío. Soy fanboy de Kojima, tío. Vale, vamos a poner partida nueva. Esto de lo de contra simios lo tengo que probar, pero bueno, ahora mismo no lo voy a probar. Me gusta el Metal Gear Solid 1, el 2. Vale, voy a poner que empiezo por primera vez, ¿no? O sea, yo lo jugué también hace tanto tiempo, pero no entiendo muy bien. Me gusta el Peace Walker. Todos estos los acabaremos jugando, ¿eh? Me gustan todos los juegos, pero voy a poner, estoy jugando la serie por primera vez, por si acaso que, no sé, salga alguna información que me quiera enterar, ¿vale? Le voy a dar a esto, ¿vale? Vale, esto es como que el modo tradicional que se ve desde arriba, me imagino, ¿no? Bueno, yo recuerdo a los Metal Gear que es como que se ve desde arriba. Me imagino que este está mejor hecho, ¿no? Voy a poner porque si no, para eso juego el Metal Gear Solid 3, digo yo, ¿no? Vamos a jugar el estilo nuevo, que me imagino que es lo mismo. Se supone que esta historia es prácticamente 1 a 1 con el Metal Gear Solid 3, pero mejorado. Así que yo voy a jugar lo mejorado. Voy a poner estilo nuevo. Y yo normalmente juego los juegos la primera vez en normal, porque es lo que yo creo que, o sea, los que desarrollaron el juego, que es como lo que quieren que lo juegues. Después ya si quieres un reto extremo, pues te juegas extremo. Yo voy a empezar en normal. Vale, yo como hace mucho que no juego Metal Gear, voy a poner que lo vea todo. Vale, perfecto. ¿Seguro que quieres empezar la partida con estos ajustes? Para adentro.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
El inicio de este juego es épico, tío. De esto me acuerdo yo del Metal Gear Solid 3. Esa puta bomba, tío. Sale aquí, creo que era fumándose un puro.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Hideo Kojima. Mira ahí el purito, ¿lo ves? Puto amo, tío.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate the oil bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
Primer salto
10
halo.
seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Imagino que vamos a tanta velocidad que no es un salto normal o algo. No sé qué es un salto halo.
3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
Hasta pronto. Se tira a los putos amos por ahí para abajo. ¿Sabes?
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov.
Vale, ese es el de los...
OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov.
Es el creador del Metal Gear, el científico este.
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's
Diseña
flight,
armas.
Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea.
Ya, esto no me acordaba, lo de los misiles cubanos.
It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Vale. Me hace gracia cómo mezclan sucesos reales con la historia del juego. O sea, lo de los misiles de Cuba es algo que ha pasado realmente, pero obviamente no está relacionado con este científico que nunca existió, pero en este mundo sí.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
R1. Ah, mira, para verlo en primera persona.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, you'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Vale, pues tenemos que buscar al tipo este que es el que desarrolla los Metal Gear, si no recuerdo mal. El ruso, tenía el nombre ruso ese, Sokolov o como se llame. Tenemos que encontrarlo y llevárnoslo. Vale. Bueno. Uf, un poco más y se va por el risco para abajo, ¿no? Por poco. Este tío vive en una puta película, ¿eh? Puto Snake. David Aither. Ese es el nombre real, me imagino, ¿no? David. Vale.
Copy. You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake.
Naked
I'll be
Snake.
referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
Es la primera vez que le llaman Snake, imagínate.
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major
Ayo.
Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Ahora tenemos que ir a buscar la mochila, por cierto. Como le llamó Naked Snake, por ejemplo, el siguiente, el del Metal Gear Solid 1, que salió en Play 1, era Solid Snake. O sea, no es, se llama exactamente Snake solamente. Vale, moverse con la L. Bueno, tenemos que subir el árbol apretándola, decía, ¿no? Ah, mire, puedo mover la cámara, qué guapo, ¿no? Creo que esto no se podía hacer en el 3. O sea, si hubiésemos puesto el modo clásico, lo veríamos fija la cámara, ¿vale? Nos moveríamos así todo el rato y sería la cámara fija, pero en este tenemos la perspectiva de mover la cámara con el joystick derecho, lo cual, pues, está de puta madre, la verdad. Vale, tenemos que buscar la mochila que está en un árbol. No tengo radar ni nada, tío. A ver, frente a un saliente, trepa con la... Vale. Mira. Que en este ahora estoy recordando... A lo mejor esto no lo podemos comer, ¿vale? Hay cosas que en este pasabas hambre. O sea, aparte de la vida teníamos hambre, creo que era. Mira, una serpiente. Creo que por aquí no es, ¿no? Bueno, para atrás no puedo volver. Ah, no, por aquí. Vale, aquí es para agacharse, ¿no? Vale, nos agachamos con la B. Se ve de puta madre el juego, ¿eh? Mira, ahí está la mochila. Vale, ya la vi. Vamos a subir por aquí. Y aquí ponemos colgar. Y ya nos las equipamos ya. Sonó como cuando coges unos estos.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a list on the screen. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot,
esto es lo del hambre, si no me equivoco, ¿no?
and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it.
Tienen durabilidad las armas, eso no me acuerdo.
Is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure.
La unidad
Leave
Fox.
any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily wastes. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Pero una compañera mía.
Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a
Vale,
message
pa' guardar la
on the
partida.
save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A
Aparece The
legendary
Boss.
soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Esta es como su entrenadora o madre, algo así de Snake.
It's been 5 years, 72
Chus, la polla, ¿se acuerdan?
17 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell
más
just
delgado.
by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
La tía esta es una leyenda, por así decirlo. Es un soldado de élite de loco. Que es la que entrenó a Snake.
The rest you needed to
Y
learn
lo
on
crió,
your
creo,
own.
incluso. Pues la trata como una madre.
Sure, but what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you were always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Misión Virtuosa. A lo que decía... a ver, abrir el visualizador de supervivencia. Espera un momento. Eso que es el Select. Visualizador de supervivencia. En la pantalla del juego abrir el visualizador de supervivencia. Vale, esto es para equiparme las armas o algo así, ¿no? Aquí podrás cambiarte de camuflaje. Ah, verdad que aquí había camuflaje, no me acordaba. Armas y equipos, comer, curarte las heridas y enfermedades. Echa un vistazo al mapa y lleva a cabo otras tareas para sobrevivir. Es verdad, aquí había como un camuflaje, ¿verdad? Ah, mira, arriba derecha pone 15% de camuflaje. O sea, con esta ropa nos van a ver 100%. ¿Nos podemos cambiar el camuflaje? Puedes ponerte camuflaje para mimetizarse con el entorno y engañar a tus enemigos. Selecciona camuflaje, visualización, bla, bla. Vale. Ok. Aquí vas cambiando y ves ahí arriba derecha va cambiando la probabilidad de que te encuentren, de que no te encuentren, mejor dicho. Vale, este es 45. Vale, el mejor que nos podemos poner es el de hoja, ¿no? Me pongo este. Vale, pero es solo el uniforme. Ah, mira, la cara también. Vale, nos pintamos la cara, ¿no? A ver. Efectivamente, nos podemos sumar hasta un 50%. Vale. Vale, pues ahora hay una probabilidad de un 50% de que nos puedan ver si estamos camuflados, ¿no? Creo que también se veía... Ah, mira, abajo en la vida... Si estamos agachados, 65. Así, 90%. Vale, vale. Así estirado en el piso. Vale. Hostia, ya gasté una bala. ¿Cómo es para puto guardar el arma, tío? Vale, esto es para recargar. Era con el R1, no sé, no me acuerdo cómo era. Recuerdo que los gatillos era para abrir como el menú de los objetos, ¿no? Ponerte de puntillas. Ah, mira, va a cambiar la cámara de lado. Pues no recuerdo. O sea, ahora es en el select, ¿no? Entiendo. O sea, para cambiar yo de armas no lo puedo hacer de forma dinámica. A lo mejor más adelante también puede ser, ¿no? Las armas y los objetos consideran irán directamente en la mochila. Selecciona la mochila, visualízalo, supervivencia, añadir. Vale, tengo que añadirlos. Vale, están añadidos ya. O sea, tengo estos objetos, ¿no? Esto es comida, ¿vale? Comida. Selecciona comida, visualizador de supervivencia para comer lo que has capturado, recuperas energía. Vale. El mapa. Vale, tenemos que ir a ese punto, punto de destino. Espera un momento. Pero aquí no puedo sacar el típico menú. A lo mejor porque puse los controles modernos, por así decirlo, ¿no? Creo que es por eso. O sea, para si quiero cambiar de arma, tendría que meterme en el select, entiendo, ¿no? O sea, me meto aquí. Pongo mochila. Y no sé, elijo el cuchillo. No, no puedo. Vale, supongo que en algún momento nos enseñarán cómo se cambia del puto arma. Yo recuerdo los gatillos así, como hacías como el gatillo, y se veía como un menú que subía hacia arriba y le ibas dando, iban cambiando de una en una y soltabas y se quedaba la que habías elegido. Pero ahora mismo, no sé. Vale, un detalle importante que te ponía no sé qué de Fox. O sea, nosotros somos el equipo, un miembro del equipo Fox. Más adelante incluso se creará, sería como el líder de los Foxhound, creo que se llamará, algo así. Y me acordé que lo estaba diciendo y me acordé. Mira, estas setas las puedo coger, ¿no? O sea, me agacho, no las puedo coger. A ver. Vale, voy a intentar cargarme la serpiente. A ver. Todas las jodidas estas. ¡Toma! Parar se convierte en un objeto, vale, perfecto, lo pillo. Ver objetos, atrapa animales, consigue las... y conseguir plantas. Vale, comida. Vale, ¿cómo me como esto, por ejemplo? Bueno, tengo esto también. Ah, mira, y puedo ver el modelo. A ver. Comer, tirar. El tema es, ¿lo tengo que cocinar o algo así? Ahora mismo me falta un poquito de energía. No me lo voy a comer aún. Anaconda gigante capturada viva. Todavía no se ha probado. Se desconoce su sabor. Vale, me imagino que puede que no me guste, ¿eh? ¿Vale? Aquí vamos a avanzar un poco. Zona pantanosa. Abrir la pantalla de la radio. Ah, vale, es con esto. Vale, aquí tengo menús también. Ah, mira, mira. Es esto lo que yo decía, cabrón. ¿Ves? Pistola tranquilizante. Sirve para dormir a enemigos y debe recargar después de cada disparo. Pulsa el L para preparar. O sea, para guardar el arma es el LT. Vale, es el gatillo este, ¿no? Y para disparar el otro. Vale, para guardar el arma. Pero fíjate, o sea, para lo que yo quería abrir el menú este es ahora con la cruceta esta que está debajo del joystick. O sea, no es con los gatillos. Vale, vale. Este sería el de las armas. Y después el de los objetos sería, me imagino que el de la izquierda, ¿no? Exactamente, efectivamente. Ah, vale. Y le doy para arriba y para abajo con el joystick derecho. Pues no es incómodo, ¿eh? Sobre todo porque ahora tengo la posibilidad de tener los dos dedos en los joysticks, apuntar y disparar con el gatillo. Claro, es que si pones eso, pues entonces no puedes disparar con el gatillo. Vale, los controles modernos pues son mejores, supongo, ¿no? Bueno, si quieres usar los joysticks no hay otra. Vale. Y si le doy aquí... Ah, mira, aquí es para llamar por la radio. Guardar. Mira, voy a guardar. Así veo cómo es. Vale, espera un momento, que tengo más... Vale, la paramédico. Vale, aquí esta es para hablar con este. Y para hablar con The Boss. Ah, vale, tengo... Uf, vale. Qué puta bomba, tío. Yo recuerdo cuando vi... Yo no me acuerdo de la historia esta, pero recuerdo que... Bueno, no voy a contar nada, pero es que es una puta locura este juego, lo de The Boss y tal. Te digo, yo creo que es el mejor personaje femenino de toda la historia de los videojuegos. 100%, o sea, The Boss es la puta locura, tío. La puta ama, tío. Vale. De momento avanzo sin miedo. ¡Wow! Vale, rodar. Salta hacia adelante y rueda. Sirve para soltear obstáculos pequeños. Me imagino por si te persigue un cocodrilo puedes saltar un tronco o algo, ¿no? Pero me voy a, voy a pulsar dónde era el mapa, que ya no me acuerdo. Ahora para arriba, ¿no? Ah, mira, de aquí puedo cambiar el camuflaje también, vale. ¿Y el de la cara también? Vale, con la cruceta puedo cambiar camuflaje, objetos. Y aquí era la radio. Esto es para saltar, lo que nos está diciendo ahí. Vamos a caminar con cuidado. No veo el puto mapa, no. Me gustaría pulsar el mapa, por favor. Ah, mira, coño, mapa aquí. Estoy por con la puta. Vale, vale, solamente tengo que seguir de frente, vale. No hay mucho misterio. Ahí hay un objeto. Vale, tengo que subir por ahí para arriba. Pero ahí, al lado de ese pedazo de cocodrilo, si le meto un mollazo al cocodrilo en la boca, me lo cargaré. Me da un poquito de miedo, es de decir. Cambiar de vista. Vale, prefiero en primera persona, en verdad, Si le meto un tiro en la cabeza y un cocodrilo, moriría, ¿no? Mira este con la boca abierta, el hijo puta. Vale, voy a meter a este un golpe en el cogote, tío. Voy a poner aquí. ¡Papá! ¡Hostia, lo duermo! Vale. Qué susto me dio el pájaro, el hijo puta. No sé cuánto tiempo permanecerá dormido, pero... Vamos a ir durmiendo este también. ¿Vale? Yo, pero... ¡Ah! ¿Me voy a morir aquí o qué? ¡Hostia, que el puto barro, colega! Vale, he conseguido munición. Perfecto. Hostia, me voy de aquí, me voy de aquí, me voy de aquí. Creo que si lo piso se despierta. Vale, me largo, Mira, he perdido camuflaje, ¿no? En teoría estoy todo manchado, ¿no? Estoy lleno de barro. A lo mejor así me camuflo mejor, también puede ser. A ver. No, creo que me camuflo mejor. Era un 55, ¿no? Ah, no, claro, pero estoy agachado. No tengo ni puta idea. Creo que no ha cambiado, ¿no? Norte de Dermuchi. Era en Pakistán, creo que era, ¿no? O sea, por el sur de Rusia, por así decirlo. Sí, yo tengo un cuchillo muy parecido a ese. Con el paracor. Típicos cuchillos de supervivencia.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting camouflage from the survival viewer.
Voy a ser la auténtica serpiente.
The uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index. The camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding
Aquí nos
area.
explican lo del camuflaje que ya
The
sabemos.
higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Ok, The Boss.